Hello and welcome back to another beautiful day on the farm. I say another, it's actually the same in-game day from when we harvested this field. I just realized that if I want to get some barley, or wheat in the ground, I gotta get this field turned around. We have two furrow fields on the other side of the road there as well, but this is the bigger field and I kind of want to get barley into it. So the plan is for today, but not run into that tree. We're going to plow this field because it needed plowing for some strange reason. We're going to get some fertilizer down, and we might cultivate that in as well to get a proper seed bed. And then plant some barley. We're going to do that today. It's going to be a very busy day. If everything works out all right, I'm not going to show you all this plowing because I've been at it for probably about 10 minutes now, and that's as far as I've gotten. We're going to get to as much as we can today. I would like to still hopefully get into the soybean harvest tomorrow and the next in-game day, but beggars can't be choosers. And I'd rather sacrifice some soybeans now to get barley and straw for next year. In case we ever want to get some chickens, then we've got some food for them, and the straw off that field will definitely help us for the mix for the cows. That's my game plan, at least. That's my thoughts. If you think I'm wrong, please feel free to let me know down below and what you would do differently. But I'm just trying to set ourselves up better for the future. If everything just kind of buggers up now, it is what it is. But I would much rather be at least putting a plan in motion for next year to hopefully not be in the same predicament as we are this year, having to buy all our feed in. So I'm going to keep plugging away here, keep tilling up this land. It's definitely going to take me a little while. Yeah. I'll see you guys in a little bit. So we're just cleaning up the final little bits here around the edge of the field. Little bits that we've missed. There's not too many, actually. I think we've been pretty thorough. Let's just take a run down to the bottom of the field. I think I've got everything. It's definitely taken a little while. A couple of sections down here need lime, and I'll tell you why. See these little branches and things? Those things. There's also some mushrooms and whatnot. Yeah, they're different like assets. They're not like a paintable texture. Well, they are. You can paint over them, but you can't, like, they're in the field. So then I had to paint over top of those to get rid of them because they're in the field and you wouldn't be running stuff like that over. So there's a couple of spots down here. As you can see right there. There's like that kind of stuff. It's like, why is that there? I don't want that there. So if I hop in and put my plow down and run it over, it's still there. So I had to paint over it. Well, you don't. I found out if you turn allow create fields on and drop your plow down, it takes it away without the need for lime. So the field edge boundary, as you can see, there's a bit of gravel there just so I knew the size that I needed to create the field again. Yeah, a little bit of jankiness, but other than that, everything's not too bad. I think there's another random branch over here too, unless I got it. There's a big pile over here as well. But yeah, it's worked out all right. The plow is doing pretty good. The tractor pulls it all right. struggles a little bit coming up this hill, which is to be expected. Going downhill though, 12 mile an hour. Sorry, 12 kilometers an hour. 12 mile an hour would be pretty quick. See this section right here. Let's see if I can get that little bit right there. Yep, just like that. Perfect. That's what I wanted to do. We'll get this plow folded on up, and we'll go back to the farm. Drop the plow off. We should spread some fertilizer on that field. I think we do have solid fertilizer sitting at the farm. So that might be a job for the little Massey. No sense of running the big tractor that's a little bit harder on fuel out for spreading some mineral fertilizer. At least I don't think so, at least. Our beacon light on too for the short jaunt down the road. And I actually really enjoy plowing. I always normally end up going for, oh, I need a plow, let's get a big plow. I need a big one, it's going to take me forever if I don't. Or I get a square plow. This is the first time I think I've ever actually used a 3-point hitch furrow plow. One that can turn. I know I always used to use the Ferguson pack because that was the cheapest bang for your buck in FS19. But this one's actually bigger. This one's a base game one. The Ferguson plow said that it could go up to like 3.5 meters, I'm pretty sure, but it was nowhere near this wide. It couldn't have been. Couldn't have been. I might be wrong, but I feel like, I really do feel like that 3.5 meter plow right there is an actual 3.5 meter plow. Like, yeah, it took me a while to do that field, but it didn't feel like it was a job. I mean, like, I know it was a job, but like, it didn't feel like work, if you know what I mean. I'm hoping you do. It was just, I was happy to do it. You know how you get in the mood of, oh, I want to stack bales manually. A mood like that. It was actually very enjoyable to plow. So much, in fact, I want to see what the biggest 3-point length plow I can get is. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I've got quite a few plows installed for mods. I've got this one here, that's a 3 meter, and you can fertilize with it too, which is pretty neat. That one's 3.2 meter, still not as good, but this 3.2 meter might be as wide. I don't know, it just doesn't quite seem as wide. It could be because the furrows come out on both sides, and it's not turnable. I don't know. But the one that I have here currently is the widest you can go while being on a 3-point. Then you get into the trailed. And I've got this one, the Lumpkin, here on my other playthrough. And it's, once you get into the trailed plows, it's kind of unwieldy, to be honest with you, because it's very hard to turn around. I find course play misses a lot with it, which to be expected. And yeah, I just didn't find using the Lemkin here super enjoyable compared to this one. And realistically, 3.5 meters to 4.9 meters, yeah, you could get more done. You need 80 more horsepower, but I find I can turn around and get lined up quicker with the Ecomat here, the Converlin plow, than I can with the bigger Lemkin. I can't really say anything for the bigger Converlin here. I've never used this one personally, but it might be, it's probably the same as the Lemkin just because it's the trailed unit, but enough talking about plows. I do need to look at a roller though. I need to see if there is any rollers available. No real good rollers available for right now. I will keep looking. I mean, I do have some decent rollers. It's just, I don't know. I would much rather be able to put some fertilizer down, then roll it, then put a bit more fertilizer down. But I'm pretty sure you gotta roll after planting anyways, or seeding. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Kind of defeats the purpose. Where is my fertilizer spreader? There it is. Right there in the barn. We've already got a fair bit of fertilizer in here, but I will just top it up just to be on the safe side. Fertilizer is this pallet over here. Perfect. 1,200 liters worth of fertilizer. Not sure how far it will go. I cannot remember how quickly this thing spreads out the fertilizer, but having some fertilizer on the field is better than having no fertilizer on the field. We are still doing pretty good for time. I do have the time set to ×2 right now, but we are just after 1 o'clock. So I'm thinking it's going to be pretty good to be able to get another crop put into this field today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fertilize this and then come back and see you when I'm getting the seeder putting the seeder to this field. Mainly because I do want to get into the harvest today. I want to get into some sort of harvest today, regardless if we finish it or not. I just want to get some harvesting into this episode. I should have set that E point up a little bit differently. Is it going to do it anyways? 170, what are you doing? 180? Yeah, it's doing the 180 line. Perfect, that's what I wanted. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on with this. And I'll see you guys when this is done. Well, that was almost a full pallet worth of seed into that seeder, but that means we should be able to fill this thing up at least 2 more times. Hopefully, we won't go through 1,000 liters of seed in this field, but you never know. So I think we're going to go with barley. If we jump up into here, as you can see, we can plant both wheat and barley right now. Barley does have the ability to harvest a little bit sooner to give us a little bit more time to prep the field and get it turned around to replant. So I think we're going to go with that. The best time to sell our sorghum is apparently going to be in January for $1,572, and we are just hovering over the $1,000 mark right now. For barley, it is also in January for $1,134, and so barley can get a little bit higher of a price apparently. There's only one place currently over $1,000 for barley, and the same place, I think that's the train, has actually got a better price right now. But yes, I think we are going to go with barley. I think that would be the smart move. Squeak out this gate. This is a 4-meter seeder. 4-meter seeder. It kind of rhymes. It was not a direct drill, hence why we needed to plow. Yes, I know you would not plow directly in, or you would not seed directly into a plowed field. It's just we don't have a roller on our cultivator to simulate the seed bed finisher, so we're just gonna send it, you know? We are just going to send it. We will start off get a GPS line. We'll use the same GPS line as the last time, planting on the 90. Or the 180, sorry. Turn this bad boy on, set her down. And we are seeding. By the looks of it. That looks good. Jump in the menu. Can't see that because we've got too many things all right there in that corner. So we'll continue down a little bit further. Hop back onto the map. And we are planting. Perfectly. Seeding. Awesome, awesome. Alright, well I think I'll put this into a little bit of a time lapse and I'll see you guys in a little bit. I know it's jumping all over the place here today. It's just trying to hammer out as many jobs as we can because I really, really want to progress into tomorrow and get into that soybean field. At least get it started. I want to harvest some soybeans in this episode. And here we are on our last little pass. I'm going to take a quick run around the headland just to make sure we didn't miss anything. I don't think we really did, other than one spot right up here by the combine itself. But I would just rather make sure that we've got every inch of this field covered, because we don't have that many fields. And if I can get an extra plant or two throughout the whole field, is it really going to make a difference? No, but I'll feel better knowing that I did everything I possibly could. Well, I think this means I can see you tomorrow. And we'll be getting into that soybean field. Hallelujah. It's been a long time coming. It hasn't really, but it's felt like it's just been sitting there waiting for me. If it's not ripe come tomorrow, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably be a little upsetty. So while I had the seeder hooked up, I figured I might as well just get the seed in this field here as well. This is the other field. I'm not sure if I've actually showed you this field yet, but we own this field here. We also own that field. The other one that's brown, just over there. That's our grass field there. And our soybean field is right there where the combine is. So we do own these fields. I'm thinking of making that field a grass field. Maybe even this winter we'll get in there and cut down some of those trees and make that one big grass field, maybe? Let me know down below in the comments if you think we should combine those two fields. Field 187, which I've already made larger, and field 188. it will entail some forestry. I don't think we're actually going to sell the wood. I think we're just going to get rid of the trees, because those trees are the ones that you gotta cut up individually, and that's a royal pain, especially since we don't have any sort of trailers to properly take all the little bits. In real life, it would be easy just to cut them all up and throw them into a trailer, but in this game, they don't lay down well because they're like a solid object. Normally, you'd be able to like break them and pack them down and jump on top of the trailer and pack all the brush down. But unfortunately, in Farm Sim, it is a farming game, so I don't really expect them to make those kind of physics, nor do I think that definitely would not be a very easy job. But regardless, we are seeding this field. We are putting barley in as well. So we'll have 2 fields with barley. I'm not sure what we're going to plant in the soybean field. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough time come tomorrow, if they are ready tomorrow, in the next in-game day. If we are going to be able to get that field harvested and turned around in time to plant something. That one just might be oats. We'll have to wait till the spring to plant oats in that field. That's probably a good possibility. They'll give us 3 fields with straw, and then we should be good for straw for another year or 2. But I am seriously considering planting grass in that other field there, regardless if we make them the same field or not. Just because we need a lot of grass for TMR. We got to make it into silage, and we also got to do hay. Plus straw for the cows, and then we also have the sheep, which just take straight hay or indoor grass, but realistically you're going to be making hay, especially if you want to store it over the course of the winter. I'm thinking we're going to need another grass field, at least for the first couple of years until we can get a decent stockpile going of hay and silage. If we can get a stockpile, then we could probably think about reverting it. But it's not really that big of a field to where it's going to make or break us if it's an arable crop. Also, while I got you guys here, I'm also thinking about getting a milk tank for the dairy barn. I think it's about $10,000, $8,000, but it'll give us an extra 8 or 10,000 liters capacity to store milk, which gives us a little bit better time to try to get a good price to sell milk. Plus, we don't actually have our own trailer, so it would definitely help us that way to where we don't have to contact the local guy to come pick up the milk all the time. And we can sell more of it. We can sell bulk at the same time, so I think it's going to pay for itself. It is a fair sized tank. I haven't actually looked at it. It just was made available here within the last day or 2 in this region. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So they left a flyer at my door, and I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. It will take up a little bit more space. I'm not sure exactly where it can go. I haven't had the guys out to map it out yet, or to figure out how to run the lines underground, because obviously I don't want the lines from my main tank in the barn ran outside. I would want it plumbed underground, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to finish seeding this field, and then I'm probably going to see how we're running for time once I cut everything and add everything together. I'm going to go into that field regardless tomorrow. It's just how far we can get through the soybeans tomorrow, if they're ready to harvest. That's a big if. Yeah, so I'm going to keep plugging away, and I will see you guys. Well, for you, it'll be like that. For me, it will be a little while. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm just going to feed all my animals here. We're going to dump whatever's left in the back of this tipper into the sheep. They're going to need some more food. But Actually, they're pretty good. They'll be fine for right now. The cows, on the other hand, should get another load, TMR, dumped into their troughs there. We're halfway on milk and slurry. Or sorry, not slurry. Milk and straw. There we go. So we might as well jump down into the class down here, hook up to the feed wagon, which is still in the barn, dump what's ever left, and see if we really need to do another mix today. I have a feeling that we do need to do one more mix, just to be on the safe side. We do have some bad news. The soybeans, as of right now, are not ready, which is kind of a bummer. The grass is ready to harvest, at least its first state, and I'm going to mow it today. The reason why I'm going to mow it today is because it's October, and I do not think mowing grass in November is a good thing to do. I don't think that's really a common practice. I personally wouldn't be mowing grass in November. I don't care where you're living, unless you are in a warm climate. And I do not think we are in a warm climate. I think we are kind of north to be cutting grass in the winter. So I'm going to cut the grass today, I guess. And hopefully, I do mean hopefully, we are going to just get enough to get us past the winter. Yeah, we're not going to get the best yield off the grass fields. They are fully fertilized, but it's the first ready to harvest state. So it's nothing, it's not going to be astronomical. We should be able to just get in and out of here. We are going to have to buy some more bales though, because it is going to take a couple of days for the silage to ferment. And I think it's one bale each and a bit of straw. We can't do a full straw bale, if I remember correctly. We'll turn our beacon lights on, even though we are the only ones here. Just back it in and out of the barn. You know, it's always better be safe than sorry. Oh, I forgot my weight. Tractor's a little light. But we will peel that wrap off. Definitely need the rear weight on this tractor to be doing this kind of stuff. There we go. That's much better. Apparently that mixer wagon doesn't need to be on for it to break down a bale, which is not really realistic, but hey, it's going to save me a bit of fuel, I guess, so I'm just going to live with it. Alright, so that's about as all straw we can put in. It is kind of a straw heavy mix, and I do feel bad for the cows because it's we have a fair bit of straw left here. I am going to put a little bit more straw in there for bedding, but for right now they would get a bale of silage, a bale of hay, and a little bit of straw. That brings us up to about 10,000 liters. That should be enough to tie them over for another day, I'm hoping. It should all fit in their trough, though, here. At least I think it would. It should, I think. They'll be happy to get some food, at least. Some fresh food. Even if it is kind of patted down with some straw. I think it is what it is. So, since we can't be into the soybean field, I mean, we could go in there, but we're just going to be destructive if we do, and not be productive. I think I'm going to call the video here. It's still been a good, productive video. We got our cows fed, topped up. They could probably use almost another load. And we got 2 fields planted. We've got that field over there, the old sorghum field, completely turned around, plowed, fertilized, one fertilizer state, and seeded. Got that other field over there seeded. Looks like we've got some emergence coming. It looks like it's come up. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for the soybeans to come ready to harvest. As you can see, they are in their final growth state. It does say that we can harvest soybeans in November, so I guess it is what it is. I am going to cut the grass in this in-game date. I think that'll be next episode, and do one field of hay, one field of silage, and we'll just go from there. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit those buttons down there. I forget to tell you that. I do have one of those little animation things that should pop up right now that does the little click and rings the bell. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!